So I saw the creator of Burrows, Nico, say that this was a good VN. He gave it 5 stars because that's how itch.io works. When you follow someone, it gives you all what like everything they do, their reviews, and what they like update. So like yeah, I saw that he did a review of this and said it was a good game, and I trust him. I personally trust Nico because he created Burrows. So yeah. But one thing. Look here. Fucking cool. Fucking cool. Haha, 69 sex number, so funny. Hmm. God, it's so nice to be able to leave my back on something when I'm doing these videos. God. Because before I was just sitting on an ottoman and like, that's not good for your back, you know. Now I have a chair from downstairs that's helping with that. Anyway, the bus rumbled and shook, every bump in the road knocking my head against the window. At least I wouldn't fall asleep but miss my stop. It only took half an hour to get there. But it felt closer to 2. Nothing I can do about it, I guess. At least the walk back home was short. Woods here made me feel calm. Wind blows through the trees. Leaves crackle and rustle underneath my feet. It's a good way to spend time alone. I eventually made it home. My humble little home. And by humble, I mean it was the only place I could afford in Blossom City. Not the best place in the world. Pretty close to one of the worst in the area, but it had an air of nostalgia and endearment. A facade of comfort crumbling away, betrayed by years of poor treatment. Older than the trees, filled with stories I never cared to tell. Made my way into my single room. Everything I could ever need. My feet hurt. I need to exercise more, but that would take too much effort. Throw my things to the counter of the room before jumping into bed. Enjoyed the cool sheets a great deal despite the fall weather. Face down, unmoving. I'm unsure of how long I laid there for, but twilight had set in by the time I put my head up. The bed had gotten warm too, which was okay. My hand reached down in my pocket for muscle memory. Oh, I remember getting a message. I thought it was from my mom, though. I need to text her sometime. Who the fuck? Not the best I've ever seen. Oh, he just deleted it. Hello. My name is Richard. I was ready to like chat. He's sweet talking me back, then backing off to the modest corner. Alright. So I respond. I don't know about this dude. He looks kind of creepy. Fuck. Might as well. Only once, shame on me. Only 20-something times. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Hey. Sorry I didn't get to you earlier. You come with an excuse. Must have missed your text. I don't really want to talk to him. Just didn't feel like responding at the time. Fuck, I still need to reply. Must have missed your text. It's okay. What are you doing tonight? Feel the rigmarole set in. Laying in bed. Not really doing anything. I just finished my dinner. I had some grilled salmon with a salad on the side. Any good? I haven't eaten yet. I didn't eat anything today. Didn't feel like it, but I guess I'm hungry. Are you doing one of those fasts? I'm hearing a lot about them. No. Do you have any hobbies? Not really. Do you play any sports? Not anymore. God, I hate this. It's literally only been five-ish minutes, and I'm already getting the distinct sense that this Aiden character is depressed as all hell. I would know. I've been there. God. How about video games? I saw Casty Mall is having a sale on some new ones right now. I don't have the cash. I'm trying to save her computer so I can, though. Nice. So, want to know anything about me? I didn't. But I was too far in this conversation to keep deflecting. Yes, I can pull from experience. How old are you? Could have phrased that question better. Shit, this guy's quick to read these texts. Wait for a reply with some anxiety, but it never comes. Maybe I scared him off, more likely bored him to death. Navigate to his profile, notes that he's 45. Need to stop reading the ages required to register. Oh well. Guess I can do other things now. What should I do? Oh boy, isn't this a fucking. Oh god. Oh god. Stop. Stop game, please stop. Oh, this is gonna be depressing. I hate this. Not jerk off. This is a fucking YouTube video. I just watch videos. I opened up UVids on my phone and tapped whatever was on top of my recommended feed. Thumbnail made it seem like I do a top 10 craziest trees or whatever. Took in the sights and sounds, but didn't really process anything. Everything garbles into a mass, and it enters my head and then explodes into nothing. Man, this is making my eyes hurt. How long am I watching videos? What's even happening right now? The biography of the most notorious cult leaders, but all the words are in alphabetical order. Wish I had the kind of shit ton to make shit like that. I guess I do, but I don't care to do anything with it. Whatever, I'm gonna go jerk off. My nightly ritual. Of course. Shit, okay. For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake, game, I said not to do that, and you still did it. Great. Fucking great. I need to keep my fucking mouse pointer over on this side of the screen at all times now. Christ. I head back and find her and tap on Richard's profile pic. Psst. Guy doesn't look half bad. No, he really doesn't. He looks weird and gross. Fuck, I need to clean up. Maybe I'll just take a shower. I undressed and looked in the mirror, seeing my husky body. Paws grip my cum-soaked and fat belly, give it a decent shake. Stare at the meal for a good while before sighing and getting in the shower. God, warm showers always felt nice. Pass it out right now. But then my water bill would probably be way too expensive. But I scrubbed my fur with some ocean-scented soap and washed it off. In and out from the warm shower to the cold air. It was a lack of proper insulation mixed with the cost of heating that gave me cool sheets. It was also the same thing that made hate showers. Just to dry off as fast as possible. Let my fur poof out to ensure it was dry before hopping into bed again. Laid in bed for a good while, feeling my warmth spread through the sheets. Even though I should have started sleeping, I guess I instead checked my phone. Richard sent me a reply. Sorry for leaving you there. Took a shower. And lost my phone. It's fine. Thanks for understanding. 45, by the way. Since you asked earlier. I figured that out. Forgot that you could check people's age on their profile. Oh, I was wondering why you asked. Then you went to age isn't a deal breaker. Think about how dudes his age usually act in this app. The coke shouldn't even them head before dipping you off on the side of the road, dropping you off on the side of the road. Not half bad, I guess. This guy's been okay for the most part. No, you're fine. It's good to hear. So why'd you ask anyway? No, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but I think my looks at my age. Honestly, I just didn't have anything else to ask him. I think the truth is that I'm into older men and wanting to get a specific age. Just curious. Alright. Well, say head better for night. I have work tomorrow, but I'll chat with you afterward, alright? Okay. Good night. Alright. Keep her chat open for a bit just to make sure I wasn't going to follow up. Which she didn't. I guess it's time for bed. Close my eyes and try to get some sleep. Left with a tired brain that would rather do its own thing. I end up thinking about whatever topic it drags me into, though I pay little attention to whatever I'm thinking. Soon my thoughts become fragmented. Oh man, my head hurts already. Blood vessels in my head, beating on my brain for making a poor choice. It's happening. Oh yeah, I'm awake. I also some breakfast. Yeah. Nothing like a whole gallon of sugar to wake me up. What time is it anyway? 7 o'clock. Gives me about an hour. An impulse wants me to lay on the ground, outside. Get up from the table and shuffle my way out. Cold morning air hit me, giving a boost to my alertness. Still want to lay down in the forest grass. Don't know how far I am, but I know the grass beneath me is covered in morning dew. Body falls in shock from the soaked and cold grass. Feeling it eventually fades, lulling me back to rest. My mind wanders in and out of consciousness for a while, experiencing brief dreams that I quickly forgot. It's a waste of time, but little things like this help get me through the day. In a similar vein, I've been thinking about buying houseplants. Maybe something slow and methodical, like taking care of something, could help me. I need to leave soon. It always takes a bit for the bus to get here. But that's fine. Get in and take my usual seat in the very back. My head would press against the window and let the sights and sounds take me away. Then a ping interrupted me. Richard sent me a text. Hey, good morning. I'm busy myself, I just want to send a good morning before I head out. I haven't gotten a good morning text in a while. Morning to you too. Looked my phone for a bit to see if he replied. And then, when he didn't, I let myself fall in my usual position. Hopefully it'll be a good day. Let my eyes close, let my body feel the rumble of the engine. I've always thought that the bus rides from Blossom City were a bit weird. It only ever seemed to affect people living out where I am, though. Given that's just a handful of people. Guess they're forced to make stops in the city before heading back to the rural areas. Something about population density, I imagine. Sucks for me, since it means I have to go through the whole city before I get to work. Think if I ran, I could beat the bus there. But then I'd have to run. Felt my eyes once I felt the road change. The difference between an older road and a highway. A little hard to explain, but you can hear it too. Took 5 minutes or so to get there, the part of Blossom City everyone talks about. The campus. Full of big, sweaty, hairy football dudes. Chubby, bearish men. Some attractive little professors. Take any one of them if I could. At least with wishful thinking. Counted how many stops they did in the main city. 2 stops for the dorms, 2 for the commercial areas, 1 for the beach, and 1 for the college. Not in that order, obviously, but it takes roughly 15 minutes to get through. Then we're back on the highway and head to the rural area again. Another stop in a small neighborhood before I finally got to work. From the city to here was maybe another 15 minutes. So a 40-minute drive from my place to work taking the bus. I think you'd call this a country store. Feeds the majority of the people living out here. Me included, since I get free food. Put on my apron and met up with my boss. Morning, Aiden. How are you today? He only looks up to greet me before we turn back to his work. Checking the store's bills, I think. I'm okay. A little tired. Darren nods. Does I need any help, alright? Not back. My job here was to restock, clean, and basically everything else that wasn't being a cashier. Being both bad at numbers and people, I probably wouldn't work too well in that position. Darren worked something out for me with me, though, and I think we both benefit from it. Gotten used to work around here. Me and I can think about other things while I keep the place clean or restock the shelves. Things like how I'd try to like with Darren if he wasn't already engaged. Or if it would be rude to ask what his species was again. Nothing Fisher. I don't know, he's weasel-like in appearance, but I don't want to assume. Business is okay here. Or at least I assume it is. It's the only place where you can get fresh ingredients in Blossom City. Busybody moms shopping for their dinner plans, though I started seeing college kids looking to try the culinary arts. Some even become regulars. This is where I'd usually be on break for lunch, but I didn't eat most of the time. So I grab a random drink from the door cooler and just take a break. I think Darren takes it on my paycheck. It wasn't ever enough for me to notice. Maybe I should get some actual food, though. Having a consistent diet would help my metabolism. Too late now, I already left the store. Sat out front for a bit and looked at my phone. Looks like I got a text. It's from Finder. Some older dude from Madonna, what it looked like. He's a pretty nice dick, but I'm tired of blow and goes. Or at least I am for now. Maybe when I am feeling a bit more willing to be depreciated. I can't fucking talk. Christ. Oh, I'm stretching. Jesus. Excuse me, Jesus. Maybe when I feel more willing to be deprecated. Leave them on red. Not the best idea. He starts spamming me for pics in return, and I got him blocked. The rest of the day would be more of the same. This day is pretty slow. Not that I cared. Just means more time I can spend in my head and talking to people, wondering where we move the spring onions. Then closing time would come and I'd do one final sleep with the pets before clocking out. Working 9 to 5 meant the bus would be mostly empty by the time it got to me, which is nice. Watch the sun starting to set in peace. I feel like my body is lagging behind. I have enough energy to make it to my bed. My eyes closed for a moment. Did that weird dude from earlier make a new account? Hey, how's your day? Oh, it's just Richard. I'm not really in the mood to text no one right now. Well, I'd feel bad if I let him on red. It was okay. I just have to say, the way this story, the writing here, the way it's been told so far, it really does show the mindset that someone with serious depression has. I would know. It's not fun. It's really not fun. It's fucking great to see that it's actually portrayed correctly. Went to work today. Nothing much happened. Slow day, you know? Always better than fast, in my opinion. Good time to think about things, you know? Yeah. Usually do a lot of thinking on days like that. Good. We all need some time just to think about things. Maybe I'd be better with less thinking time. You enjoy your job. It's okay. Pretty quiet so I can chill most days. Man, that sounds nice. We're usually pretty busy around here. Don't really have time to think or relax, really. Otherwise, we caught playing games on our computer. Oh, wow. You gotten away with playing video games while working? What do you play? Solitaire? Damn, kid, you insult me. Might be able to ain't shallow. Usually try to sneak in some Gloom or Nexon. You ever get caught? Yeah, every once in a while. But gotten better at sneaking in playtime. And you haven't gotten fired yet. Yep. In any other circumstance, I'm sure I'd be fired. But I have connections. Nice. You could do that, play games while working. But restocking shelves and sweeping floors means I'm usually not in front of a computer. Just sneak one into work. A whole computer. Yeah. Probably some old broom closet or in the backroom area you can hide one in. Well, first I'd actually have to have a computer, and second, I'm not doing that. Oh, why not? Because I actually want to keep my job? Sort of the thing keep me going right now? Fair, fair. Yeah, I have stuff I need to do. Don't know if I'll get back on, so we'll just say goodnight for now. Okay. Good night. Night, we'll chat tomorrow. I lay staring at my phone. Rick had gone offline, but I just kept staring. So I had to get up, noticing I smelled bad. I went to the bathroom and started the shower. It took longer and longer for the water to get warm with the season progressing. Regardless, I step in after a moment of staring in the nude. Water flows through my fur and washes me clean. It was brief, but I don't feel much different aside from being wet. Unrefreshed, tired, and mildly upset. Use my phone as a source of entertainment while I wait for it to air dry. Lay down and close my eyes. And then I was asleep. Do you understand what, like, it's literally just been the same thing for the entire VN so far. And, that's fucking, like, it might seem boring to you, but that's how it actually is. I had a routine when I was depressed and I just couldn't change it and all that shit. I mean, I'm still depressed, but not to the point, not to the level I was before. That was not fun. That was straight up fucking suicidal depression. That's just, Christ, man. Ugh. Feel the rumble of the bus in my legs. Hope I had enough time to eat glass. There's another bus that comes about an hour earlier, but that's too early for me. That my brain would rot from sleep deprivation. I need to get to bed earlier, instead of staying up all night doing whatever it is I do. The ride isn't too long, at least. Gives me a bit of time to think if I missed any assignments. Not that I care to do them anyway. Still passing with a B average, and that's good enough for me. I open my eyes again when I feel the bump of the road changing to the highway. The campus is the main city area, with the college building centralized. I enjoy how focused everything feels. Convenient to navigate. Stand up as the bus starts to slow, making my way to the door as it stops. Scan my surroundings and then I'm out at the plaza. I'm sorry, how old is this dude? Okay, that's actually really fucking cool. That's a cool it's a cool how do I get out of this? People doing their morning runs, some studying out in the field, and most in their morning classes. I both hated and found comfort in the atmosphere. Being around so many people wasn't my favorite thing. I think I'd enjoy it if I was the only person that existed here for a day. Just for a day, though. Have this cozy yet cold place all to myself. Look at my phone's clock. Still, we got 5 minutes to get to class. So I start my way with a brisk walk. Built-in community colleges towards the main building, then to the right. It was the only school I could afford anywhere near Adana. Muna Community College. Make it to class as Professor Adams starts his lecture. He gives me a look, but I avoid visual confrontation by pretending to be caught up and get into my seat. I know the guy's into me. I've seen his Finder profile. He's into the idea of only dating in species, which weirds me out, especially since I'm the only other Arctic wolf around. Plus, he'd get fired if he was caught having sexual relations with a student. Yeah, I don't know. Dude's okay, if not a little weird, just not my type. Don't think he'll ever ask me out, and I'm not gonna ask him either. Anyway, while he's lecturing college level calculus, I'm busy doodling in my notebook. Typical class day. I'd catch enough information to pass the quizzes and tests, so I guess I'm on track. Lunch eventually rolls around. Subland is usually my go-to since it's cheap and filling. As always, I order the same sandwich I ordered the day before, then find a nice spot on campus to eat alone. Have a good hour before next class starts, meaning I can just sit and take in the atmosphere. The shoreline faintly roaring in the distance. The cars making their way down roads. The noisy groups of people going out to get their lunch as well. My private bit of time was interrupted by Bernard. He just sits right next to me. Hey Aiden, how you doing this fine afternoon? Gives me a warm smile and I try to reciprocate. I I'm alright, I'm a bit tired. Well yeah, did you get enough sleep? Did you get enough sleep last night? Yeah, I guess. Sleep is very important, Aiden. But I trust you being a responsible adult. Hard to imagine I'm really 20. Ooh, I'm turning 20 September. Fucking hell. Hmm. So, how do you feel about my class? Give me some good constructive criticism. Gives my back a pat. Makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. It's alright. Yeah, it's a good job then, huh? Tense up as he nudges my side. I guess. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence, Aiden. Need your information to class, I'll chat with you later, alright? Alright. Bernard stands up and starts towards where he needs to be. Looks back for a smile and wave goodbye. See him falter for a second, but couldn't quite catch the look on his face. Way back. After lunch, I had my English class. It's the same routine as math, but with fewer men who make me uncomfortable. After 2 more hours of studying work, I found myself heading back home. Took the same bus as I did this morning, watching the day start to wind down for people as the bus drives me back. City disappears behind thickening woods. Nothing outside the window holds my interest. I hold my phone and look at it for a moment. I don't know what to do, but what I want to do, my fingers are already working to open up Finder. How are you? I don't know if I want to talk to him, but it's too late to second guess. Rick's text comes in after a few moments. Hey, I'm good, how about you? I'm tired. Just got done with classes. Classes, eh? Going to BCU? They have a small built-in community college. It's pretty cheap compared to actual university. Boo. Our heart drops a bit. Pretty sure he's driven, and then it hurts a little. BCU's the only way to go, kid. Buster B is gonna get you now. What? I'm messing with you. Because I'm thinking of my thoughts and calm down. I don't know why I got so upset by his joking disapproval. Takes me a second to get my focus back into a conversation. I think it's good you're being financially aware about school. Thanks. But don't think I'm not the bee's knees just because I'm Muna. Good to see you got the spirit. So what you turn in? Some fancy? Electrical engineering? Just basic classes, trying to get math and English credits if I ever go to actual college. Sounds smart. Wish I did that. Well, you like college life? You know, drinking and partying? No, not really. Like to get myself mostly. I can respect that. Things probably would have been different if it were that way. Don't know if it would have been for better or worse, though. Word of advice from an old man: you might be young, but don't do stupid shit that'll stay in your back forever. Got it? Think I got that figured out. Just get my classes done and head home. Well, don't be afraid to get a little stupid. You're not young forever. You should at least have a little fun with it. Didn't you just tell me not to do stupid shit? Yeah, but I think there's a bit of balance to it. You can have fun and be smart at the same time, I think. Alright. I'll try it. Good. I'm not sure what's right next. My head gets close to slamming the seat in front of me as the bus grinds to a stop. I way out and look at my phone. Then I'm gonna head off for the afternoon. Got some stuff to attend to. Good night. Night. Convenient way for that conversation to end. Phone screen turns off by itself after a bit, which prompts me to start walking. Think I'd like to talk to Rick more. I'll just forget about it for now. It's 4 o'clock. Don't have anything else to do. It's too early for sleep, but maybe I can take a nap. I hug one of my many pillows and stare at the dim light slipping in from the window. Cast a soft yellow throughout the room. My mind wanders for some time. Thoughts I can never fully capture. Sometimes they're fantasies about a happier life, other times I run through social interactions in my head. Just daydreams. I refocus, the soft yellow having turned into a fading purple. My eyes feel heavy, so I close them. It's still dark. My phone's clock says it's only 7. I've been napping for a bit, but feel more tired than I did beforehand, so I might best just go back to bed. My eyes open to a deep dark. Some parts of me were awake, few of them that need attention I don't care to give. Still as tired as ever with my eyes starting to close. Got my phone to check the time. 10:26. It's too late to get up and do anything. Plus, I feel like I could pass out any moment. So I just close my eyes again. The hell is that? No. Going back to sleep. Wake up to a comforting, warm dark. My phone tells me it's about 4 in the morning. Still tired, but I don't feel like going back to sleep. Get up and make my way to the bathroom, turn the shower on. Washing my fur, brushing my teeth, and peeing and all in one go. Find some clothes and head out. Woods are still dark. About to miss the early morning bus, but I manage to catch my hand on the door as it closes. Driver gives me a look but doesn't say anything. The hum of the bus settled me into place. Even though I had nothing going on, I thought it would be a good idea to use my bus pass and explore the city a little. I'd often find myself some nooks and crannies where I could think. Maybe I'll find another today. Rough hum of the bus settles me into place. Even though I have nothing going on, I figured it might be a good idea to use my bus what? Or at least pretend to think while taking the summer breeze. Maybe I'll find another today. The road changes from old to new and soon. Highway to the road of the campus. First stop is the campus plaza, but it makes me uncomfortable getting off there, so I got off at another stop. I think I'll visit the beach today. The cold waters of Blossom City Beach. the sight of the distant horizon, and the feel of the cool, salty air going through my fur. It's a nice experience. Walk down the shoreline, taking out my shoes, feel the fine sand on my soles, the cool water occasionally grazing me. Pier during the morning was quiet, making it a nice place to stare out at the sea. All the aged rides and booths that, despite the demographics of the city, rarely see any action. Little spot with its own unique feel. Amazingly, one of the stands is open. Some college kid working part-time and is selling bags of deep-fried peanuts. Buy some and head back down the shoreline again. It's weird eating a peanut with the shell still on it, but it's an okay snack. There's a level of novelty to it that I enjoy. Shores maybe a third the width of the city, or at least it is when the tide is low. Doesn't sound like much being out there. It feels like walking through a cold desert. If I stood out at the water's edge and faced the city, all I'd see was a long sandscape. Turn around, shows me the ocean, never-ending, freezing. Take a second to take in the cold, salt-coated cold ocean air. My fur tickles a little as the wind blows through it. I could collapse here and let the water take me away. Maybe one day I'll do that. But for now, I'll keep on walking on the line between sand and water. The main beach area gives way to a smaller sandbar guarded by a cliff. I can tell this wasn't the spot I discovered from the empty beer cans and used condoms with the things look a little aged. So maybe I'm the first one here in a while. Put the balls in my bag so I can throw them in a bin later and kick some sand over the condoms before moving on. Sandbar gets smaller and smaller until it fades into cliffside and the ocean. Looks like a swim could get me another little sandy bit, but I don't feel like dying of hypothermia. Instead, I find a nice little spot between a few rocks and lay down. The morning light starts to peek through low clouds. My tired eyes lock on it, watching the day begin. I feel calm afterwards. I close my eyes one last time as I lay back in the sand. I pass out for a while. Brief visions of dreams speeding by my consciousness. I'm suddenly jolted awake, having felt like I had fallen. My head is spinning and I slowly get to my senses. I guess my bag of fried peanuts got stolen. Probably a crab or seagull. Oh well. Start down the sandbar again, make my way back to the main beach. Walking back to the pier, I find a mostly empty trash bin to dump the bottles in. Like the phone's clock, read that it's around 7. So I walk across the street and find myself the cheapest meal I can find. Nice burger and fries from the local corporate McCammons. It doesn't do anything to me less hungry. It's not really good either, but it's something. Afterwards, I take the next bus home. Taking my seat in the back, again, and watching people go about their busy day. Some were heading to weekend classes. I see a few empty groups making their way to the mall, even though it wouldn't open for another hour or two. The rich old people who more or less own the city are rushing to get to their jobs. Whatever those are. My thoughts wander to Richard. Maybe he's up earlier, hasn't gone to work yet. Good morning. First man in the window staring out again. Watching the trees pass by before the bus comes to a stop. Take a second to refocus before getting out. Standing beside the bus sign for a bit right on my way. Same side of the road, the same surrounding forests. Well, my phone as I approach my humble cot. Richard hasn't texted back yet. I feel like texting him. Stare blankly at the text prompt for a bit. Guess he's busy. Been home for a bit. Waiting around as usual. This is honestly just a fucking downer. Sun is still high, but a cool wash of air is starting to come down from the mountains. Hey, Sorry I missed you right, I was a bit caught up on stuff. It's okay. Just want to know how your day was going. It was pretty good. How about you, though? Do anything crazy? Just explored the beach a little. Sampoli Beach? The one next to the BCU campus. Yeah, that's old Sapoli. When we called it last time, I checked though. I just call it Blossom City Beach. That works too. Imagine that name took over. Have a good time down there. Yeah. Visited the pier, walked down the shore. Yeah, I found myself a nice little spot a bit away. Oh yeah, maybe you could take me there sometime. Maybe. Someone else had been there though. Had to clean a few balls and a few cons were laying around. That's college kids for you. They make a huge mess of things and expect others to clean it up for them. Yeah. You ever had fried peanuts? Yep, Bender at the pier, right? Bought them a handful of times. Oh, they're weird, right? Didn't eat too many, just felt strange. Yeah, I get what you mean. I think it's because we're so used to eating peanuts with the shells. It's a little off-putting just to eat the whole thing. Sort of like a kumquat. Hmm, makes sense. Anyway, was it nice out? Yeah, I had some time to think. Didn't do much. Just laid around and napped. It's nice though. That's good, that's good. You know what they say? Time you enjoy wasting isn't wasted time. Who said that? I don't know. Hey, it sounds good, right? Yeah, I like it. Decent words to live by, I'd say. Hey, my lunch break is almost over. Back in a bit, takes you down, alright? Alright. Sigh came for me as I let the feeling on my bed fill my senses. Guess Richard isn't going to text back for a while. Might as well get some stuff done. Next few hours are typical. Eat whatever I have in the fridge, take a shower, jerk off, and in between I check if he's online. I think I enjoy talking to him. Maybe because he didn't ask me for a dick pic right away and then try to make me feel special. I don't know. He's a nice guy at least. After some quick cleanup, I made myself comfortable in bed again. Skimming through social media as I wait for either bedtime or Richard. Richard ended up coming first. Hey, sorry. Got caught up in some stuff. It's alright. I don't have any more time to chat today, though. I have to get up early tomorrow. Sorry. It's fine. Sleep well. Thanks, kid. Hope you sleep well, too. Good night. Night. Closed out a find an open songify, turned on some quiet tunes. Close my eyes and listen to the music for a bit, feel my body relax some. So upsetting that Richard doesn't have more time to chat. Guess a man needs to sleep. This week was good, Richard being the main reason I ended up that way. Little chats help me get through the days, something I can't say expected from a gay hookup app. Talks never got too personal, which is something I know can only last so long, yet a part of me wishes it could last forever. Guess Richard knows it as well. Cooling down after work, texting the line as usual when he catches me off guard. Hey, wanna meet up? I don't have much going on this weekend, and I thought it'd be nice to go out to lunch with someone. Like a date? No, just to hang out. You can call it if you want to, though. I think I'm cool with hanging out. So how about it? It's then 12 o'clock on Saturday. Texting's one thing, but actually going out to have lunch, I don't know. I haven't talked to anyone face to face in a good few months. Or at least people I wanted to talk to. What if I pass out? Or what if I look different from Richard expects? You good there, kid? Sure. But I don't think I go at 12. I'll have to work until 2. How about 4 then? That's when I got off work. Run through some memories to check if bus available at 4. Yeah, I can do 4. Great. Do you need a ride? No, I'll be fine. Where do you go? Where do you want to go for that, though? There's this nice burger place called Burnon's down the west side by the beach. Best food in the whole city. Sounds good to me. Alright. Can't wait to see you. Yeah, it's getting a bit late, but we can chat more about this tomorrow, okay? Sure. Good night. Night, kid. Put my phone aside and stare blankly up at the ceiling. Can I really do this? I know it's not a date, but I can't help but think of it as one. Jeez. I mean, I like it's a fucking feat and a half for me to be this invested in this story, despite all that's happened. It's just him going about his daily routine. But I really am invested. I guess maybe it's just that I actually went through depression and I know what it feels like, and I know what it might be part of it. Part of it's the writing though and the characters. Guess we'll be going out to lunch though. Days both drag on and speed by until Friday night. All I have is a good deal of stress what's going to happen tomorrow. Most of my night is plagued by rolling around rather than sleeping. Oh, I got about 3 hours of sleep after feeling part of the day. And the sharp beam of light hit me in the eye. I need to get up and at least move out of the way. All I do is ignore it. Or at least do my best until it reaches my other eye. I remember being shaken awake for dark winter nights of 8th grade. Up, I'm up. No one was here to listen to me. My head manages to rise first with the rest of my body lagging behind. Should stumble my way to the bathroom and stare at my ruffled fur. Bus is gonna be at the stop soon, so I didn't have time to clean up. Just a splash of water on my face and a hand to run through my hair. Gotten some clothes, but I don't remember how. I'm out the door, feeling slightly more focused as I walk beside the road. Another bus trip to work. This is when I feel most like quitting. When my paycheck is still a week away or so and I have time to think about how I don't feel like working. Remembering what the bus ride to work was like. Same with work in general. School too. Everything starts being the same over and over again, and I just stop caring. Maybe I should move different to season a day. Though taking in every detail and forcing myself to be excited could do more harm than good. The delivery truck is doing its best to pull out of the store's side road. That means there's a delivery today. Darren is working on restocking the low shelves, leaving the high shelf stuff for me. Good morning. Morning. I'll take care of what I can. You work and get those boxes into storage. Sure thing. With a nod, sound interaction, I get my apron on and head out back. At least my morning is occupied. I wish the delivery dude would put the boxes closer to the door. Some of these things are heavy. No idea how someone as small as Darren can store these by himself. Freezer items first, then a fridge, and finally stuff that can just be thrown in room temp storage. My mind wanders as I at boxes and crates where they need to be. Short bursts of thoughts, moving from stuff I learned in elementary school to ideas I used to have before bed. Girls have vaginas. When I woke up encased in cement. Normal thoughts. I get through most of them before I stop. Wave of fatigue reached its peak and hit me. Before I know it, I lose focus on what's happening around me. It's akin to going blind. Everything is quiet. My senses focus on hearing. The faintly wind rustling about through the trees, letting them to a sway. The commute of cars off in the distance driving by. I can even hear children playing. Blurring out a breath I didn't know I was holding in, gave a wave of respite that I needed. My back ached, but at least I'm not mentally drained anymore. Blink and remember that I have a job to do. Don't know how long I've been standing here for, but at least last few boxes aren't that bad. Mostly candy and other junk food. Shifting back into gear, I start back into restocking containers and putting the rest in the back. I'm pretty slow morning from what I can gather. Not many cars pull up throughout my shift. Could be that I'm just preoccupied. Sounds like we're another customer now. Walk back to the main store with a box of spice-dusted miniature teal rolls. If I remember correctly, they go on the shelves to the far right. Well, putting up the bags, I noticed it would look like they'd be our first customer of the day entering the shop. Didn't pay much attention to them, but though, they looked to be a lion. Hey, no long time no see, Ricky. Yeah, back at you, Dusty. Move a bag aside. My boss looks like the life's about to be squeezed out of him. The big lion guy's arms are about being as thick as logs. Haven't grown a bit, cuz. He starts putting Darren down. Can't see. I can't see him past the shelf tops anymore, but I can tell he was taking a breather. Hey, you just don't seem to ever stop growing. We've always been the odd one out in the family, haven't you? Well, sure seems like it. There's a bit of something that glints in the lion's face the second before he speaks. You've been keeping the store running all these years? Yeah, unfortunately. No, I shouldn't say that. Bear makes his way to the counter, standing on the stool so we can talk to strangers one eye to eye. Reckon I'd still be stuck back home if Grand Uncle Charlie didn't give all this to me. Still has to keep everything run like it should, though. Darren always had a bit of a mountain accent, though it's a lot stronger when talking to the lion man. So I always want decided to lose mine some time ago. Well, looks like you're doing good work of it. Speaking of Uncle Charlie, his voice lowers. Is he, still around? Darren's expression saddens as he gives him a slow shake of his head. The lion is first relieved, but soon empathizes with Darren. Passed a good 5 years ago. Sorry, cuz. Nah, it's alright. My fault for not coming to see him anyway. For the silence between the two of them. You know, me and the rest of the family don't judge you for nothing. Well, at least the ones we grew up ones we grew up with tend not to. You know how it is. Ricky shook his head, pouting a little. Opens his mouth, doesn't say anything. Darren looked at him, waiting for anything but the lion to dismiss the attentive air with a wave of his hand. After another moment, he grabs himself a couple of slabs of country beef jerky and tosses them in a bag. Well, I was heading out here to grab lunch. Breaks in an hour. I should get. We'll catch up some other time. Dusses Darren a few dollars with a nod and a smile and walks out the store with some haste. Darren stares outside until the sound of the lion's car gets lost in the pines. Lets out a sigh before and starts looking over some papers. Bag I'm holding crinkles, reminding still have half a shelf to go. It's only a few minutes before everything is snacked and put away. Then it was time for lunch. Grabbing an energy drink, I saw some people carrying around campus. One of those huge chunks of beef jerky the lion I grabbed earlier looked good too. Things are double the size of a normal bag and cost about the same price. See why after spent a minute trying to rip a chunk out of it. Trying to wash it down with energy makes me choke. Neither of them are good. I'm not going to let food go to waste. Sit by the counter, next to Darren, actually working the slab of meat. Dusty, huh? Yep. Haven't heard that nickname in a lot forever, though. Where's it come from? Some childhood stuff. I had to clean out really old cell and came out covered head to toe in dust. Neat. What's it with the line guy, by the way? Old friend, old family. Not much else to say, really. Oh, okay. Is there a school near here? Yeah, an elementary school and preschool. Just a short walk from here. A lot of kids come by before I close to buy snacks, maybe run errands. Nah, at least I know now. Let me continue with other papers he's filling out while I eat my jerky. Trick it to sink your teeth in deep to rip it apart. Man, it's like the stuff is made for wolves. Can't stop after a while. Really chewing and tearing at the stuff. Didn't taste the best, but it was satisfying to eat. And a drink is similar in the sense that it's a hassle to get down. It's also way less satisfying. Raspberry taste was completely destroyed by every other chemical trying to bash itself onto my tongue. Plus, its frizziness was the kind that really felt small, like tiny pins trying to poke at you. Worst part having the sugar and corn syrup content, though. Made the drink feel like a sludge going down my throat, even sticking to it at times. Blech. Got everything down after a while. Get everything done after a while and go back to work. Cleaning the freezer glass, sweeping the floor. Housekeeping, more or less. Doesn't feel home for until my shift is over. 2 o'clock hits and I nodded to say I'm going. Darren nods back before hopping down from his stool to walk to the back. With a deep breath, I finally stepped out of the store. Hints of ozone mixed with the asphalt around me, probably rained either out in the sea or up in the mountains. Gave me memories of sitting in the middle of the driveway and letting the rain fall on me. Looked down at the gravel and noticed the treads bored into it. Must have been that lion from earlier. Seemed like he was really trying to get away from this place. Speaking of lion, I have a meeting with one later. He said around 4. Double check our text to make sure. That'll give me a couple hours to prepare. Bus pulls up as I put my phone away. Maybe I can nap a little on the return trip. Huh? What happened? Remember getting off the bus half asleep, then trudging back home? And what time is it? Lay in bed with the sun creeping through the blinds, pick up my phone, and find the Finder logo, and then the time. Oh fuck, I'm gonna be late. Brushing back and on my toothbrush and paste. Brush my teeth, wash my body, and piss in the shower. Not the best, but need to get going. Towel doesn't even dry me all the way. My shirt is backwards, but I can fix that. Got almost everything done. Phone and wallet in my pocket. Lock the door, half walking, half jogging, excited. Should probably tell him I'm on my way. It's an hour too early. And the message is just a dick pic of someone who's well endowed. My pace slows and I stare at their I'm in a positive case. Okay, but if that's what you call it. I then turn around and walk back home. While I do, I decide to send a text to Richard. Hey, Richard. We're still on lunch day, right? Put my phone back away, expecting Richard to text back in an hour or so. Instead, it surprised me when I text back immediately. Hey, yeah, I'm still down for lunch. Or, you just more like supper, huh? Why, something up? No, just wanted to be sure. Cool, I'll see you around 4 then. Yeah. Alright, see ya. See ya. Walk back home. Proper shower, gifted cologne, and my best clothes. Head out a bit later and catch the 3:30 bus. It's him and ride the shopping district with a 5-minute stroll to Burnham's Cafe. Place is older than every other restaurant on the strip. The big windows look to have been recently updated. There are decorative stickers of woods and mountains on the bottom corners. Older wood contrasts to new glass, looking like it hadn't been changed in a long time. See hints of scraped off graffiti and crude words that have been carved in but faded. Give a rustic feel, something that would appeal more to people that match its age over young college students. That feeling continues as I walk in. Savory air hits my nose so thick I can taste it. It originated from the hefty and satisfied-looking grizzly cooking behind the counter. Fox waitress tends to customers. Soon they're partners of some kind, if not the owners. Guests are scattered and few. There's a small group of college kids who are either hipsters or protesting vegans, maybe both. Then a few older couples who are more focused on quietly bickering than eating their meals. Find a booth in the back. It's a quiet little corner. Hope Richard doesn't mind. Continues scanning the room, spotting a Hall of Fame on the wall. That line from before is on there, but a lot younger looking. Doesn't look too comfortable. Fox won't approach him, offering a light smile. Good evening. What drink can I get you? I'm waiting for someone, actually. Hands like wide gesture into the air. She doubles down in her smile. Alright, dear, just holler if you need me. I watch her walk away for a bit before looking around the room again. I'm sure much time has passed. My attention is grabbed by a large customer. He's that lion from earlier. It has to be Richard. Or Ricky, I guess. If that is Rick, which it has to be, he wouldn't know what I look like. Feel my hand in the air in wide arcs to catch his attention. When he takes notice, we lock eyes for a brief moment. His face is calm, but still makes me anxious. I can feel my face burning, feeling surge through the rest of my body. High, jittery sound of a chair being pulled back gets me to refocus. Richard takes a seat in front of me. My hand is still up. Pull it down, but then quickly pull it back out in front of me to meet Richard's already outstretched hand. You good there, kid? His action is as strong as it was before. I get I'm hot stuff, but you're going a little haywire there. His gruff, low chuckle scares me a bit. I'm sorry, just nervous. Or something like that. I guess my shoulder a pat. Don't put yourself out, kid. Just kidding with you anyway. I'd say call me lukewarm stuff is a better description. His self-affirming laugh at my own joke rubs off on me a tad. Here's my head to smile a little. Doesn't last very long, though. Oh, my name is Aiden, by the way. Don't think I ever mentioned that. Aiden, huh? His eyes. He has my form up and down. Suits you, I'd like to think. Call me Rick. Rick leans back in his seat and holds his arms, giving me a confident grin. Rick. Nice to meet you, Rick. So my hand out. Rick is shaking my hand again before I can realize how much a dumbass I am. Face flushes with hot heat as Rick chuckles. So, how you doing this fine day, Mr. Aiden? Classes not too boring, are they? No, not really. I'm gonna be honest, it's probably because I don't do as much work as I should. But I'm still passing away all my both my classes. It's good to hear. You should do more focus in school, though. But who am I to say that I'm your dad? He winked at me. Yeah, I guess. I don't know, follow up and we sit in silence for a bit. Looked at me expecting like I should be continuing the conversation. Hey, why don't we play a game that help get to know each other? Sure. We'll take turns asking each other questions. Just whatever comes to mind. Gotta answer honestly. Alright. That being said, I am not alright with that actually. Questions always stress me out. But I guess sitting in silence would stress me out more. You go first. My ears perk up. Why me? Why not? Just why not you? Rick shrugs. Means forward waits for my response. Symbol taps me in my mind race. As in it's running around in circles, not going anywhere. How do I ask? Maybe I can turn this around for him to go first. Alright, let me think for a second. Saw your picture in the Hall of Fame. Rick turns to like astonishment. For him to say somebody just stared. What's that all about? And shook as he turns back. Sorry, just the mom's pain I was in after that. This place used to run a challenge. Eat 3 steaks marinated in the hottest sauces and cook with the spiciest peppers. I was one of the only students that was dumb enough to try it. First bite was too much for me, but I just had to keep going. Everyone was cheering me on. And he starts pumping his fist, nodding his head in sync. Ricky, 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 Ricky. There was just so much energy thrown into the room. All my friends surrounded me, some cute girls watching in amazement. Couldn't let them down, you know. Was on the verge of blacking out a few times, but somehow I managed to do it. Missed a week's worth of class because how much pain I was in. I almost dropped out because of it. Forced myself to attend my classes, barely got my credits. Never been on the receiving end of good time, but I gotta say my ass must hurt more than any dude I've been with. Pretty sure I digested track scars because of it. Say it was worth it though. Good memory. Didn't realize till he finishes since how long my eyes were. Blinked them back before he notices. I guess that's why there's so few pictures on the wall then. Yeah, Vernon, the original owner, had to stop the challenge after one kid was sent to the hospital. I think Jim came out with a permanently damaged small intestine. The place almost shut down because of it too. Man, what a wild story. I think I'd die if I tried that. Trust me, it felt like I was dying by the time I was halfway through. Swore I could still feel the burn in my chest. Drains the back as his peccarii thumb. Anything else you got on your mind? So, have you been here your whole life? Seem pretty familiar with the area. Rick nods while I talk. Since the day I was born, I've lived here. In the outskirts, but back then that area was the whole town. It wasn't until Davidson decided to open up a college next to head coastal town that things started getting more lively. Must have been some crazy foresight with how popular the school got. Makes sense now, only other schools a good 300 miles out of the way. A lot of towns rushed to get their young adults in here. Only way of getting out this house through that university, you hear? Probably won't reminisce. Sorry for rambling. No, it's fine. Don't know why, but I never considered the history of the campus. I always just took its existence for granted. Well, there isn't much else, really. Not much I can think of right now, at least. Remember, it felt strange being suddenly surrounded by people I didn't know. Growing up with a handful of relationships, only to realize that there is, in fact, a whole world out there. See your home go from a hick town with a few hundred people to a hotspot of tens of thousands. A lot of change happened here, and I think it's one of the reasons I'm so attached to this place. Maybe I'll tell you more about it when I can. That would be cool. I think. Hell, they won't bore you to death. That's not his head. Keep a lot of memories, I hear. But any other questions? Since you play games, right? What got you into them? Rick places his hand on the table and twiddles them, squinting his eyes and looking off in thought. Dunno, actually. They were never a big part of my life, but they're definitely my preferred form of entertainment. Books and movies are alright. But school be part of the story, you know. But it must be one of my college friends. Either my roommate or study buddy. One of them had an old Commander 16. Got pretty into some of the titles on there. Shadow of the Samurai and Blue Bite are pretty cool stuff at the time. Jeez, I haven't even heard of those games. They're not up to good with new games either. Sort of fell out of them after college, but I got back a bit later and found my own copies of Gloom and Nixon. Played those and got way into games again. Saying I'm floored by him seeking in some playtime during. Found a website that sells digital versions of old games, decided to get me a few. Been playing them at home too. Just sort of sucks I can't transfer my saves over. Told me that before. Now that you played games during work. Pretty crazy you can do that. Just the idea of trying to sneak games into work would stress me out. Yeah, I'd be smarter to do it than if it were any other job. Things are pretty laid back where I work, for me at least. Holidays are when you start picking up, though. I see. Filled my thumb some. Rick closed his eyes, thinking reflecting on some things. Meanwhile, I'm trying to come up with things to say. Any other questions? Oh, I can't think of any more right now. Just as I finish, the Vox waitress gets to us. Good afternoon, Mel. Good afternoon, Rick. She smiles at the line in the office one to me. Mel gives me a menu and Rick a fake glass cup filled with some sort of cola. Well, what can I get to drink, dear? She reads on to me. Busy scanning the menu. Oh, do you guys have water? She nods and shovels something down. I'll get that right out. Watch her walk off. Did she ask you what we wanted to drink? Yeah, more or less. Perks of being a regular. Oh. So I only had a minute to pick, or so. To pick something brings my eyes back to lemonade vapor. Burgers and fries, chicken tenders, sloppy joe. I haven't seen a menu like this in a long time. Most places here only have vegan or gluten-free stuff, though the prices were about the same. Everything's in the $20 price range. Throat clenches up just looking at them. Perks of being a college student, I guess. Maybe it's a perk of living in a rich city. Mel stars when they sit on my drink on the table. Know what you want, do you? No, at these prices, no. Burgers and fries, please. Would you like mustard, mayo, ketchup with that? Yes, please. She nods and rolls off with a right away, dear. Burgers and fries kind of man, huh? Yeah, I haven't had a classic burger in ages. Didn't realize how much I missed them until just now. Well, every option here is great, so it's all you can ever go wrong. Maybe I'll come here more often then. Think what I said and reconsider my options. Anywho, I'll ask you some questions. Rick Lindsay in again is a pairing. Shoot, I guess. How long have you been here? Blossom City specifically. I have to rack my head a bit. Bit over half a year, I think. Moved here to attend the spring semester, ended up slacking off and didn't make the deadline. Don't remember much from them, but I don't remember feeling exhausted. Just a lot of sleeping and walking around. Burned through all my savings in a few months, paying off rent and buying food. I think it was all birthday money from my relatives. Picked myself up a little by summertime and got a job. Got an application in by mid-July. And you're doing general studies, right? Math and English and one-on-one type stuff. More or less. Have this semester, then spring. I'll be done with school for a bit. Any plans after? No, not really. Well, I'd like to figure stuff out by then. Stuff, huh? What kind of stuff? I don't know. Personal stuff, I think. He nods. I getcha. Rick is counting, tapping his fingers and mouthing numbers. So, about 9 months. 9 months? Living in Blossom City. Oh, yeah, 9 months. Pretty decent. Where'd you move from then? Grand Point, Newmont, Tig Valley. Tig Valley. Then a slow exhale. Haven't visited that place in a while. It's a town northeast from here, right? Small place, rural. Yeah, worn down, very different compared to here. Oh yeah? I nod. Everything is new, or at least well kept in Blossom City. The only new thing we have in Tai was a theater, but the local church shut the place down. Why the hell did they do that? Some rumors that teens are having sex in there. Don't think anyone's caught by rumors enough, I guess. Huh, so what you guys do after that? I don't know. With a shrug. Teens started having sex in the woods, probably. Some parents got together and started a curfew watch. I hear them wandering out at night sometimes, yelling for their kids to come home. Crazy parents. Crazy kids, too. Can't stop either of them, though. How's Blossom City treating you, then? Find this beach-side college town suitable? Yeah, I think it's okay. Only okay? Yeah. What makes you say that? I don't know. It's pretty content right now, or complacent. That's fine, kid. Pulls back and folds his arms. Guess this place isn't for everyone. Don't get me wrong, it's way better than Ty Valley, but my main issue is everything being so expensive. I'd like to live in an apartment here, but the cheapest place in town is triple where I am now. Nah, I getcha. You have a job, right? Doesn't pay enough. Well, I'm working part-time. Have to pay for school and rent. I only have 2 classes, though. Why not go full-time? Should be enough to pay in-town rent. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I think the main issue isn't so much me not affording rent as it is trying to be comfortable. I like where I live now, but it's nicer to afford. It's nice to afford fancier things. Working more hours would be good, but I let my time alone. I have a good balance as is, and one I'm okay with maintaining. We gotta talk to Rick about this, but I don't feel like speaking up about it. Too personal, I think. So you live out of the main city. I take you work there too? Yeah, there's a grocer out there. Rick's ears perk up. It's a pretty old place. Lion nods. Yeah, you're talking about old Charlie's, right? Stop by today, talk to a relative of mine. Said you're working today, yeah? Yeah, I saw you actually. Didn't know it was you at the time, so I kept my work. Sort of crazy we could have met earlier today. Charlie's of all places, too. Well, the place is history, that's for sure. Only we could get food back then. What's it like there? Don't get to stay for long, I only get a couple glances at the place. I don't know, it seems really old. A lot like this place. Get the feeling it hasn't changed in a long time with Darren's renovations. Can't really explain it. Feels like you have the heart of it intact. Yeah. Cheesy way to put it, but yeah. Cheesy. I'll need to visit for longer sometime. You're right about having not changed much on the outside. Felt like I never left when I stepped onto that porch. Well, speaking of old things, what are your thoughts on Burns Cafe? Pretty nice place, huh? I'll scan the room around for a moment, taking the rustic atmosphere. I like it. It's not as corporate feel as the other restaurants on the block. Interesting way to put it. Yeah, I can agree. There's a bit more life to this place. Might be so much history as in the others. One of the last restaurants open for back before the college was open. There was just a butcher slash deli back then. Aroma of cooked meats and fried foods catches both of our attention. Mel walks back to us with 2 trays in hand. We got your burger and fries for you, dear. Large sandwich, at least the size of my face, it's surrounded by thick, well-greased, salted fries. Plump and golden sesame buds wearing a toothpick but a decorative topper, depicting the college flag. Top of that was a glaze of garlic butter that dripped down on the contents. Ew. Onions, tomatoes, fine leaf lettuce, and pickles were visible sticking out from underneath. Finish it off, there's a thick patty that smells well seasoned and grilled. And a greasy party of bacon with melted cheeses between his sister patty turned off into a fine piece of bread. Look out for my plate to see what Rick had gotten, question how long I've been talking. He's already halfway through his thick steak. I'm having to finish decide what was once a potato salad. Or are you just gonna stare at the thing? With a mouthful of food. Burgers are meant for eating, you know. Girl hadn't time to pick up my meal. To my surprise, it stays together. How am I even supposed to eat this thing? Piece of wood catches my eye. Rick has offered me his steak knife. Cutting the thing takes some effort. Trying to eat it is another. Bite into a corner where I split the burger. The array as well as the quantity of flavors hits my tongue makes my vision blur. Fur ruffles in the room spins. This burger is amazing. Maybe it's my cholesterol level spiking. It's good, huh? Takes time to chew and swallow. Yeah, it's really good. Never had a burger like this. Never gonna find one anywhere else. Old Sam back there is the best grill in the world. Rick points at the grizzly and focuses on his work. Now hurry up, can't let good food go to waste now. The could have been done for a while by the time I ate just a quarter of the sandwich. Feeling I'm gonna pass out. Inclined to finish my meals, but then again I usually only eat once a day if at all. My hands pressed against my eyes as I rest. Just can't eat anymore. Need a to-go box, kid? Don't get eat the whole thing, you know. Sorry, yeah, I'll take a to-go box. My next 2 seconds are focused on not barfing. Assume Rick is watching, make sure I don't, since it doesn't go for mail until I'm done holding my breath. Place the burgers and fries inside, topping off with a spray of ketchup. Alright, I think I'm okay. You better be. Only halfway done with you, kid. Unless you ain't feeling too good. Burp. No, 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 no. I didn't want to do that, no. Oh, fuck. Fuck, I didn't want to do that. Fuck. God damn it. How do I... Good, good, good. I don't... Okay, good. It'll be okay. I think. Good to hear, says with a chuckle. A man stands with a stretch and pats his belly. He then sighs and looks at me. Come on, let's take a walk outside. Join Rick as he walks over the counter. We can split the bill if you want. Nah, it's okay. You just owe me now. As he sets a 50 down. Don't know if he was joking or what that means if he wasn't, but I take it for what it is. Sort of free food. We then left the restaurant. Changed from the warm, aromatic interior to the cool autumn coast wind sent a shiver through me and caused my fur to puff. Across the street, Blossom City Park, appropriately large flower display. Been here once or twice, but never stay for long. It's usually full of people. It doesn't look that way now. Might be because I only come during the end of class when everyone else is out. Follow Rick through the spiral layout of the pass surrounded by small hills. He'll stop to read plaques and I stop with him. Start talking about the variety of flowers hosted throughout the seasons and how they'll have them year round. Not sure what he's talking about, but I lose focus after the 5th type of flower. Too busy enjoying being out in a calm location with someone I'm not nervous to be around. At least I'm not too nervous. His deep voice rumbles on about how he thinks this season's arrangement is the best. How bees used to be an issue until students opened a beekeeping club. How he always comes here after eating at Burnham's. It was nice. The focus is back to Rick when Rick stops walking. We walk through all the spiral path and are now in front of a large glass dome. And this is the winter greenhouse. It's not just a greenhouse, of course. I think it's rigged with a bunch of fancy gizmos to keep the internal climate just right. Students will try and keep winter blossoms going inside, but they rely on this bad boy to keep the flower display going. Think they grow the top voted seasonal flowers there. Stay on for a while. My eyes wander from the dome to various flowers surrounding us, scanning the landscape before looping around and landing on Rick. Stare at each other for a bit. My head is overclocked, looking for something to say, but Rick beats me to it. You got cute eyes. That soft blue pairs well with pink. I don't notice my heated face or bated breath. An attempt at a subtle gasp for air makes me cough. Rick laughs and gives me a pat on the back. Come on, let's sit and take it all in for a bit. I'm still recovering. Rick guides me over to a park bench with a view of the flower-laden scenery. So, what do you think of it all? Pretty cool, right? Rests his arm over my shoulder. Yeah, I never explored this place. Well, it's definitely worth a thorough look. Gives my shoulder a pat. We grow silent, staring out at the flowers. My hearing sharpens to a focus. I catch garbled chatter in distant waves and Rick and I breathing. Making me more self-aware, I see my paws in my lap and feel like they shouldn't be there, smooth into my pockets. Kind of idiots with their pockets in their pants. What? Oh, my arms. I look upset or something. Try to pull my arms behind my head and bump into Rick's arm. Sorry. Well, that's what's sorry I'm making my fold. What's bugging you, kid? You cold or something? No, I just, try to relax, okay? This is one of the most serene places in Blossom City. Looks down with a smile. Just enjoy it, alright? Now for stilts and I go back to looking at the fields. Heart beats in my ears. Grow more aware of how strange my breathing is. Hey, Rick. Voice is weak and messed with phlegm, forcing me to cough. Yeah? Shit, I don't know what to say. What what was your experience in BCU like? Well, I wasn't studying ancient history like you are now. Cleared his throat before speaking in a dramatic tone. Long time ago in a pretty close land. Studying electrical engineering. It was okay. Not really, you know how it is. Non-stop classes, boatloads of homework, just endless stress. I was then dropping out, but I was convinced to stay. Switched my major out instead, business management. It wasn't easy, it was at least easier. Hard had to fool around, too. Let me tell you, every week with a different chick. Quarterback of the football team, being able to pass class with at least a C, but sometimes B if I was lucky. Don't get me wrong, I put in the effort. Just wasn't very smart. Life was good. Even a few stale relationships. Thought for a second, looking down the nearest patch with a soft expression. Anyway, I got my degree, and a lot of people I messed around with moved away. And now I'm trying to relive my glory days. No way to put it. I don't know. Shrugs, looking for a response. I think it's hard to ignore your glory days meaning fooling around with college kids, but I also think I get it. Been using Finder for a while. We both had chats where it's someone wanting to show them our dicks, then getting mad when we don't respond. It's worked with older men too. Be honest, I almost didn't reply when you first tested me. Just get used to rigmarole, I guess. Quick nods. It's nice having someone to be around. Guess I like to play. Just like to be the playboy college star I used to be, but I think I just need someone to be around. You have a friend, maybe. I don't know. Scratches his head. Think about what he said, and started to friends for a while. Living around alone in the woods and avoiding people doesn't help. Yeah, I get it. Thanks for understanding. I nod. We then sit in silence again. Or at least Rick does while I try to fight off fidgeting. Hey, are you okay? Seems like I'm having trouble sitting still. Oh, got anything on your mind? Yes, I do. What was it like to live in Blossom City back then? When it was just a smaller town? Rick crosses his legs the best he could. Well, first of all, people just called it Blossom back then. And secondly, it was boring. But the good kind of boring. Closing shop for the day and going down the creek to play and go fishing, kind of boring. Spent a lot of time wandering the woods, following the coast, catching bugs. Every kid, given there weren't too many of us, would go to charge before curfew and buy candy with our allowance. Quiet place, quiet times. Sounds nice. It was. Things start to calm down again. Struggle to sit still. Just have to will myself. Alas, I can't. Should bring something up again so I don't look like a weirdo. Did you plan on visiting Charlie's again anytime soon? Maybe I gave you a discount or something. Yeah. Need to catch up with Darren. I don't know if I've talked to him or even seen him. A lot of things I need to get on my shoulders. Things I need to take care of. Hope he can help me with that. Plus, I gotta see if he's still selling the good stuff. Hopefully, he's still got the best sweets in stock. It jolts me around a tad. I overheard you guys earlier. You two are cousins? Yeah, well, adopted cousins. Most of the family are kingfishers. If not, there's some kind of mustelid. Otters, beavers, badgers, skunks. Only cat in the family. Uncle Charlie took me after my mom ran off without me. Was reeling when it happened. Don't have any memories of her. Probably for the better. Murchie was a good person, though. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. Like I said, don't have any memories of her. Plus, it's not like it's anyone's fault anyway. Not having memories of your mom. I don't like to think about mine, but at least it's nice to have them. Our rest is cut short by a tone going off. For a second, I think it's my phone, but Rick takes out his phone. Stands up and helps me off the bench. Hey, I need to go. Something came up. Got dealt with it real quick. You need to ride home or something? No, I have a bus pass. Should be fine. Alright. Stop just where I parked. I'll walk you there. I nod. We start back to the spiral path when he stops me. Where'd your leftovers go? Don't want to waste your food now, yeah? Give me a second. I run back to the bench to find the barrage untouched before returning to Rick. Don't even remember bringing it with me. I almost forgot it. It's like a week's worth of food for you, kid. Yeah, I guess I'm let out of it today. I'll let out of it every day. Make it back to the strip of restaurants and walk down the line of cars. Air grows salter as we near the stop. Rick stops 3 cars before then. Next to an old car I expect a frugal college student to own. There she is. Not the best car in the world, but she does me good. We stare at it for a little bit. No, I'm impressed. I'm not impressed, but at least he's a car. Well, I consider myself. Well, I don't know when the next stop bus is gonna get here, but I hope you have a safe ride home. I had a good time. We should do this again. Yeah. Just Paul has my back with the force. See you some other time then. Waits me off. Nod and head off across the street. Board says I'm on time for the next bus. Buses being late was common, so it should be here any moment now. It's been 30 minutes. Buzz is never this late. What am I gonna do? I guess I could go back to Rick. Looks like he's still sitting in his car. Wonder what he's up to. Walk across the street, got a knock on Rick's window. He was texting someone and got startled. Window rolls down. Can I take up your offer? Can I take up your earlier offer? This is super late. I got a flat or something. Oh yeah, sure. Hop in. Rick's car is mostly clean, though it isn't something I can judge. Sit waiting for a bit longer. Line's phone was going off, but he stopped texting a while ago. Turns it off completely, turns back to me. Sorry. Where are we going? Giving directions back to my place. He's quiet during the trip, doing his best to make small talk, though instead of carrying the conversations, he'll just stop. Throws me off and apologizes again before saying, or give another goodbye. Put my leftovers in the fridge and get into bed. Need a nap, but we can't just drift off. Instead, I stare up at the video for a bit before I turn on some videos. See it what? I don't know how much time passed, but it was getting dark. Then my phone vibrated. Hey, sorry about earlier. Just got some jarring news. It's okay. I had a lot of fun, though. I'm glad we got to hang out. Me too. Good to hear. Let's do it again sometime. I'd be down. How about Cassidy Mall then? What do you do when you have more free time? Wednesday after class. So around afternoon or so. That'll work. Mostly one date plan, huh? Or hang out. Guess so. Looking forward to it. Me too, kid. Alright, I have to head off. Chat with you later. Night, Aiden. Good night. So I phone down on my shelf with a sigh, but my eyes lock on the white popcorn roof as I think about the day. I like being around Rick. It's been a long time since I've been okay with someone like that. I want to be around him more. The fading orange of sunset becomes a soft violet that encases me. Close my eyes and rest. Okay, so, Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.